Aisha Yusufu, a political and social activist in the country, famous for her Bring Back Our Girls BBOG campaign for the rescue of the adopted Chibok girls, has suggested that Igbo apprenticeship system should incorporate at least 5% of other Nigerians. According to her, since Igbos are widely distributed in all towns and cities across Nigeria where they do their business, it would look somehow for them to always bypass their hosts to their southeast enclave to pick up their apprentices. The Igbo apprenticeship system is a peculiar system of formal and informal agreements whereby established businessmen absorb interested and willing young boys nature in order to nurture them in their lines of businesses for a period of 5 to 7 years as the case may be. During the stipulated period, the apprentice submits himself under his master's tutelage and instructions in order to master the rope of business. Is being settled at the end of the agreed years with a reasonable amount of capital to raise his own business. Her post, which she released on Twitter, has elicited both negative and positive reactions. Igbo apprenticeship system, despite its defects, has recorded remarkable success as it had turned out thousands of businessmen doing well for themselves. Well, I don't know what you guys think about this. It says, just like the Jews, Igbos are resented, and I have always wondered why. Is it because they are successful and can achieve anything from nothing? Is it the resilience? I concluded it is because it seems no matter how long they stay with you or you with them, you are never won in business. In all riots I witnessed as a child, I always say it is more economical than religion. Host community usually think it is the others that kept them impoverished. They feel those monies would have been theirs if these people weren't there. People don't blame their lazy slaves. Well, look at Aisha Yusufu's postulation. It will be difficult to execute because of some shared values and intrinsic factors which the apprenticeship system is built on. These shared values and intrinsic factors include trust, integrity, patience, humility, loyalty, ethnicity, religion, family and clan ties, and belief systems. For example, some Igbo businessmen prefer to take in apprentices from their extended families, villages or clans, those they know their family backgrounds very well. An Anglican apprentice might find it very difficult living with a staunch Catholic master. Same for some other dogmatic denominations. We have cases whereby some apprentices liquidate their masters' businesses and use the funds to set up theirs. We also have very wicked masters who push away their apprentices after years of toiling and labor. All of this make prospective apprentices and masters to be very meticulous in choosing who they will submit or nurture. Furthermore, other pertinent questions to be asked include, are the prospective apprentices equal to the task? Can they humbly wait till the specified period elapses? Since we live in an age where majority of the youth want to hit it big within the shortest period of time, can they cope? However, she shared values and other intrinsic factors have made the apprenticeship system look clannish, whereby we have particular Igbo tribes dominating a line of business. For example, Anambra and Enugu, Igbo dominates in spare parts of or motorcycles, automobile transportation, building and textiles. Igbos from Imo dominate in pharmaceuticals, ceramics and kitchen utensils. Those from Abia lead in second-hand clothing, okreka, shoe, bag and belt production, engineering and technical jobs, and okporoko, which is stockfish business. The list is endless. Now, trying to incorporate other Nigerians will not be easy to come by because of the shared values and intrinsic factors. Although we have seen some cases where it worked out pretty well, but applying it generally might be difficult. Another important thing to be noted here is that Trade in Nigeria is all-inclusive. The Igbos are not the only ethnic group engaging in commercial activities in the country. In fact, Dangote, who is the richest black man in the world, is a northerner. Aisha's postulation reeks of prejudice and should not be considered at all. I sincerely believe that no senseless Igbo man would turn down taking in apprentices from other ethnic groups in the country. It is thus a matter of choice and personal conviction. So guys, what do you really think about this whole thing concerning the suggestion of a Aisha Yusufu? Where some people think that Aisha, the Igbo apprenticeship system is just is static. You can extrapolate to Fulani apprenticeship, Yoruba apprenticeship, Aisha apprenticeship. The point is, in whatever legitimate business you do, grow with people around you. Well, they should simply emulate Igbos if wickedness will allow them. Apprenticeship is not a big deal. They only need to have the mind to help one another grow like Igbos. Nupe, Ijo, Yoruba, Ishan, Benin, Kalabari, Hausa, and so on. Businessmen should go to their villages, pick someone and do same. Okay, the way you say inclusion makes me believe you haven't done your research. The traders most times don't go to the village and start looking for someone to take to the city. Where they will, the way you say inclusion, okay, it's still the same thing. The trade and most at times these boys are made to take oath of servitude till the agreement is reached, and within this yet any form of stealing or disobedience may attract punishment as harsh as going mad and being struck to death by the oath they took, or even not succeeding. How would people who feel Igbo businessmen are ritualists release their words to same businessmen? You can only build with people that share same perspective with you, or else you will will be fighting than building any form of relationship. Okay, one thought, the way that that system works is that you bring someone you can trust for many years in your village or neighboring village. After working for you and living and learning the business, you settle the person with agreed amount. You don't just bring anybody from anywhere. Of course, not to talk of these days. Even in those days, you know, what I believe is that every region, everybody, and it's, it depends from persons to persons. Some people don't have that patience to be doing this. Just like even the writer said that the youth of these days, they just want it. They want to hit it big and so fast. Nobody wants to wait and be following due process. But I think it's still happening. From there, it's still happening in the Igbo land. People are still really, majority of them are still really patient. I don't know to the extent, maybe the degrees at which their patience has, their patience is, maybe it has changed or it has dropped. But as times goes on, as we begin to see things every day, people begin to change their mind. So, but from the beginning, some region don't have that don't have that mindset. So those who have the mindset, they follow through. And believe you me, what led to that? Something must have led to that. Something does not just happen like that. Something must have led to that style of a business or apprenticeship. So other, maybe based on their experiences, they have to follow through. But other regions, other tribes, they might not have such experience, because something must lead to something. So if that is not what you think in your area, fine, it might not be okay. You have other things that you can really focus on, but in their own, from their own end, it has really favored them, and others should do what really favors them. That is just what I think, in my own opinion. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Let us know what you think about this that Aisha Yusufu has said.